Hello, this is Shade Catchem, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mass Effect. It's been about a week since I recorded the last episode because, well, I wanted to go on a little bit of a mini vacation, got interrupted, couldn't do anything in the meantime, but now that I'm free before I have to go back to my day job, why not record one of these late at night while I need sleep? Because that sounds like a fantastic idea. Now, unfortunately, my memory is a little bit fuzzy because of that. It's the old first time playing a game. How do I do this again? That's how. The old syndrome of playing a game for the first time and not immediately remembering. I have like bits and pieces in my head, but not the full picture. Luckily, I have a codex and a journal for that. So I am unfortunately going to take a minute to just read through these and the various new entries, just to both refresh my memory and because I didn't read them last time. Alright, mission summary. You have to prove to the Citadel Council that Saren, one of the Spectre agents, has gone rogue. Right, I remember that. He killed, the other guy. He was of the same species, I just don't remember what. Ah, right here. The beacon on Eden Prime was destroyed before its self-destroyed. Burn horrific images of death and galactic destruction in your mind. Whether these are images of the past or warnings of the future, you can't really say. Oh. That's how it works. Yeah, just go to the Citadel Tower in the Presidium for an audience with the Council. Yeah, because I believe I'm trying to also become a Spectre, if I remember correctly. Ah! No, not the map. How do I... Ah. I thought it was RB. Unusual readings. While on the Citadel, you uncovered an Alliance patrol report. One of the patrols mentioned some strange activity in the Hydra system, the Argos Rho cluster. Oh, I actually have to go to the system and investigate. Okay. And now Codex, which is... Oh, this is gonna take a minute, isn't it?
Roughly 1,200 years ago,
here we
the
go.
Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Right. Okay, now I remember the Turians. That's what was his name? Soren is, and the guy he killed. And I remember one of our guys was like, very suspicious of them. Extinct races. Spacefaring species that went extinct thousands of years before the present.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy.
Right, these ones.
They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains.
Like the Forerunners.
They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kaj'e, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Okay. So basically, it's saying that because of an observation post found on Mars, there are a number of people who essentially believe, instead of like gods and religion, all those things were instead encounters with aliens, like records of that. Okay. Spacefaring species without the political power to set galactic policy. I believe there were two, there were ambassadors we met of two specific species like that in the last episode.
The Elcor are
Yeah.
a citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal.
Ah.
This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative.
Yeah, I noticed
Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and subvocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry.
Ah, okay.
Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
Okay. So that's why he kept, clarifying everything he was saying and, what tone, the meaning, when he was speaking to the other ambassador, which I believe was a Volus, if I remember. He was the shorter one.
The Geth are
And
a
this one.
humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society.
Ah, so no
The
AI
Geth
now.
possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves.
Huh.
In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
Huh. Interesting. So basically, the more of them there are, the smarter they become, and thus the bigger a threat. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of a comparison for that, but I can't at the moment. All right, the Volus.
The
Yeah.
Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them. And in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open.
Oh, God!
Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status.
Really?
This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
Huh. So, kind of like the Trade Federation from Star Wars. Only less evil, but the fact that they're trading in, like, in people as well is a bit concerning. Like, does that imply that they support slavery? Because that's... Ugh. That's just... Although that is, like, horrifying, the fact that in, like, atmospheres that others can withstand, they'll just, like, start to basically split apart. Alright. Common non-sapient life forms.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted.
Wait.
Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Okay, one, that's disturbing, and two, dragon's teeth to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth when the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Is that... BioWare has another series. It's called, what was it? Dragon's Age? Dragon something. Is that a direct reference to it? Are they in the same general universe? That's interesting. I imagine it's just... If they are, I imagine I don't need to know anything from that series, but... Yeah, interesting to know. Citadel and Galactic Government, a massive space station that serves the political and economical capital of galactic culture, which is where I currently am, I believe.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans.
Yeah, this thing.
Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Well, that's interesting. One, the fact that it says it is virtually indestructible tells me right off the bat that it's probably going to get either heavily damaged or destroyed at some point. I don't know, that just seems a little on the nose. And two, an enigmatic race called the Keepers. They're probably not going to become as enigmatic later on. Alright, the Council.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Okay. So, which one is... Well, obviously I know what which one is the Turian at this point. Which one is an Asari and which one is a Solarian? I'm going to take a wild guess and say the member of the Asari Republic is the purple one in the middle. And the one from the Solarian Union is the one with the hood. I don't know, just basic, like, instinct or guessing? I don't know.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council.
Really?
For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Well, yeah, considering these, Spectres were supposed to be secret at first, and now they're in the public eye. If you see them, you know something is going down. I'm wondering if, like, something happened during these Krogan rebellions that, like, maybe they were exposed by accident. But the Solarians were the ones who brought them in. It is very convenient that this is reading it all for me, that I don't have to do anything. Hang on, checking that the recording is still going. It is. Alright. There's a brief pause there. No. Humanity and the Systems Alliance. The Alliance is the government and military of humanity beyond Sol, which I believe was the galaxy itself.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
That's interesting. Systems Alliance.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Okay. I realize I probably could have read all this before recording, How much is left? Okay. But, I mean, that would just ruin the first-time experience. The Milky Way galaxy contains 200 to 400 billion stars, most with a host of planets.
The terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade.
Oh, God.
At least once a year, a fleet from the terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
Got it. So it's basically a land of the lawless. There's a lot of conflict there, a lot of people who don't like the government and such, but they also don't particularly like each other and are constantly going at each other for control. And the main governmental force here, humans and the Council, don't want to do anything, because if they do, all these criminals and others could unite with each other and cause a real problem. Ships and vehicles.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
So it is pretty damn good. The everyday pieces of technology that support the modern lifestyle.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to Element Zero. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Okay then. So basically, superpowers. You have telekinesis, kinetic fields to block or hold stuff, and distortion to just cut it apart, basically. What is Element Zero? Or EE0? What the?
When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element Zero, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel.
Oh, okay.
ESO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined element zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel.
FTL being faster than light. Okay, this is... God, it's like a lot of technobabble at this point now.
Element zero can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire.
Okay, now the technobabble is starting to overwhelm me. Oh god. Mass Effect stuff, Mass Effect fields are used for a lot of things, basically. So mass can be increased or decreased. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Omni-tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni-tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor, from a distance. The fabrication module can rapidly assemble small three-dimensional objects from common reusable industrial plastics, ceramics, and light alloys. This allows for field repairs and modifications to most standard items, as well as the reuse of salvaged equipment. Omni-tools are standard issue for soldiers and first-in colonists. Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
Oh my god, my brain.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Oh. Okay, so it's not going to help you if it gets too hot or too cold. Any poisons or radiation is also still getting through. That's good to know.
Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
This goes against the law, but it's so good that we can't really argue against it, so we're just gonna ignore it. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Who's... Right. Okay. The citadel equipped Mass Effect generating element of zero course. Most of the gravity on the station is generated by the centrifugal force of rotation. I am not reading all of that. That is... How much of this is actually, like... How much of this is actually necessary to know? Oh my God. And this is just military jargon. Some of this looks like the typical type of military jargon. I'm wondering if any of it is different. I know what a shore is. You can refer to boarding a space station as well. Away, yeah, when the ship, like, goes away. Aye, aye. Oh, interesting. If told to attack, the correct response is aye, aye, sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine, the correct response is yes, sir. Oh, that's specific. ASAP. Who doesn't know what ASAP is? Belay. Yep. So, kind of like belay that order. The bridge. Yep. The captain's mast. Non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. Okay. DC. For damage control. CIC. Combat Information Center. The command center of a spacecraft. The CIC is filled with sensor displays to make sense out of the chaos of combat. Okay. EVA, extravehicular activity. Time spent in a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. God. I probably should not have done this while I was tired. Electronic countermeasures used to avoid enemy sensors from passive emissions, masking to active jamming. The flank is the side. Yep. Freaking new guy. What? FNG. Freaking new guys. A derisive term for inexperienced personnel. That has to be made up for this game, right? Groundside, helmsman, shore party, silent running. Wait, LADAR? Light amplified detection and ranging. An active sensor that bounces lasers off an object, determines bearing and distance. LADAR has sufficient resolution. Spacer. Someone who spent most of their life in space. A sit rep is a report. EXO is the executive officer. Okay. And the timeline. What is the current year? 2183. I don't even remember what the years were for the other ones. Oh, God. I am not reading all of this. I am sorry. I will read more of that, like, later. Who am I again? I am John Shepard. Ashley Williams. Caden? Okay. That's good. Okay. My brain hurts. It has been, like, what, 30 minutes since I started the recording, and I've just listened to stuff and technobabble. Ashley, speak.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Okay. I have my brain again. I can think.
Big place.
Yes, it is. Okay. I wish my brain were as big. Let's, okay. Oh! I didn't realize I could do that. That I could just press the LB button to get whatever the other, firearm is I'm, carrying.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Okay. Like, I'm sorry if that took so long. From now on, I may actually just read that before I start a recording. Especially because I'm going to want to reread it over and over to try and memorize its details, if possible. It's just a lot. A lot of games usually don't go that in-depth to its world and details. The only one I can think of is maybe Metal Gear. Maybe? I can't talk to any of you. Who are you? I can't talk to you. Can I shoot you? I cannot. You don't even react, actually.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel Space Station.
Really, John? Are you real? Are you a Yoshi?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel.
Wait,
I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
wait. I thought AI or artificial intelligence was, like, banned or frowned upon. Is it... I guess it's okay if the council's controlling it? Maybe? Huh. Sounds interesting.
Give me the tour.
Yeah.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Okay. Yeah. Give me information on CSEC.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Okay.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
I don't even really need to ask this, but I will. Why was humanity opposed? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because of the First Contact War?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The
okay.
Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you think?
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Oh, okay, so you're like... That may be why you're here, because... You're kind of like... What's a good comparison? It's kind of like in Mega Man. You're a robot master, but not a Reploid. A Reploid has free will and can actually think for themselves, make decisions. A robot master can also make decisions, but it's bound by the limits of their programming. kind of like Mega Man or Rock, his program purpose is to help people, which is why he has such freedom to do it. But other robot masters have like very basic programming, and they can't really deviate from that. Okay, that makes sense. Why were the Volus first? Is it just because of like everything they could offer from a business perspective?
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space.
Oh,
They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
just an embassy? I mean, they have like, if they're doing so much for the economy and such, why just an embassy? Are the I'm sorry, the Turians, the Asari, and the Solarians that like opposed to any other species?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Lesser species?
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Of course. Spectres.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council.
They're like secret black
Their
ops.
primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
And the Council.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space.
Wait,
Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion.
oh.
Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Yeah, that sounds a little too perfect. The Turians weren't there originally, but they were apparently, like, so important that they, got a spot on the Council? Like, what was their role in the rebellion that they just helped stop it? Like, how bad was the rebellion?
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Alright, log off.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avena. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Gotcha. I'm not even gonna... I will look at that later. I will bore myself with that later. Can't really... Hey, what can you tell me?
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Okay. Have we met?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Personal question.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Saphiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Okay. Are you busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Ah, right. my bad. Yeah, it's always gonna be busy. Location.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Who is Avina, even though I just talked to her?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Wait. What was added to the codex? Wait. What was added to the council races?
The Asari were the
Oh.
first species to discover the Citadel.
Oh.
When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Okay, so I was right in that these ones are the Asari race. But they're an all-female race? Okay, so they're kind of like... Yeah, they're basically like the Gerudo from Legend of Zelda, where the Gerudo is an all-female race, and they had to search out other races, usually Hylians, in order to reproduce. I actually never really considered... Hang on. Anyway, use Citadel Rapid Transit to travel quickly between major locations. Okay, so this is my... basically my warp. What do I got? No. No, I'm good. Wow, that's actually the only thing that doesn't have any voice acting. I guess because you want to use it fast. To Financial District. By the way, I tried messing with OBS a little bit to see if I could get the visual quality hopefully a little bit better. So, assuming anyone comments this time, please tell me if it looks a little bit better than the last video. It's probably going to mean that it'll probably mean that it'll take longer to upload, but hey, if it means that it looks better, I'm perfectly okay with that. Who? Oh, it was... Dang it, Caden. I'm kind of surprised I can't really, like, talk to a lot of these people, but considering how big this game already seems to be, that would probably be too much. This elevator leads down to C-Sec Academy. The Alliance docking bay can be found here. Where am I supposed to go again? Journal. Go to the Citadel Tower. Right, I was supposed to, like... You must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. Okay, so these don't actually take me anywhere. They're literally just pointing me. I probably have to, like, go up those stairs, but honestly, I want to still explore more. What does this say? Oh, it is actually very descriptive. That's helpful. Wow, I can actually see it from ways away. The embassies are located at the end of the causeway to your right. The Citadel Tower is the tall white structure across the plaza on the other side of this bridge. The elevator to the wards is located on the right of the plaza. And I was supposed to go to the tower. Alright, you know what? Hang on. Assuming that, yeah, the tower is that direction, so by that extent, what was up to the left of there? Again, if you didn't hear me in the last part, I typically like to just take games slow, especially games like this. Just take my time, not try and rush through it. Because it can be more fun that way, to get immersed in a world. Oh! Hey. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Good to meet you, too. What race are you? Oh, I got a codex entry. The Treaty of Farron? Due to the destructive potential of dreadnoughts, the council races agreed to at the Farron Naval Conference to fix a ratio of dreadnought construction between themselves at the top of the pyramid. The peacekeeping Turian fleet below the Turians or the other council races. Currently, the Asar Council associate races are at the bottom. The human system lance is part of this last group. The ratio of Turian to council. Okay. Is there anything else I'm not... Okay. Got a bunch of those. A diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
I'll take your word for it. But apparently I'm getting a lot of stuff just from, like, looking at the computers. Or at least I'm getting more codex entries. Oh! Executor Palin. They just mentioned you. I can't remember what you do. I think you're with the CSEC or something?
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Oof. I need a refresher. Who are you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC.
Right, okay.
It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel.
Okay.
Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about CSEC. How do you handle it? Let me get to know you, man.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Ah, so you don't have as... You're basically, like, the go-between between, like, most of what CSEC does and the Council. So you don't get as much time on the field. Spectres.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
You don't like them? I'll admit they're not making a good impression on me either.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law.
Fair enough.
Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
I don't know. Because, yeah, each individual Spectre is going to have their own interpretation of what's right and what's wrong. So I can kind of see it. I wouldn't call that naive. It is a bit too unpredictable.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
Okay, that's fair. Like, I appreciate the fact that you specified, I just don't trust you, not yet. Implying that you're willing to give us a chance. And, yeah, okay, I'm not going to antagonize you. Because, yeah. It's their business to do it. You're not going to, like, you don't have to like it.
Tell me about your investigation into Sarah.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll be going now.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Commander.
All right. Ah, right, decryption. Okay, this one I remember. This part I remember is like the... Yup, there we go. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ada cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. To biotics? Or to another specific species? Hawking and investigate the strange biotic commune. That's concerning. What the?
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Oh, bartender.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
What in the world?
Shut up, Fredericks.
What were you saying?
What do you want? Oh, Commander.
Yeah, dude.
Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
Consort?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
Ah.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Jeez. Where is she?
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Ah. Wow, you guys are smarter than me. I was trying to see if I could go to that computer, but no. NASA?
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Oh, okay.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bartender, you usually have good news. What do I hear?
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Why not?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Sure, fill me in.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
Shaira's?
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services.
Okay, so that's who
Most
that
of
is.
the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Okay, then. I'd love to meet her. The entertainment?
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place.
Okay.
Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Oh, that's nice.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
You too. Where am I going? What? Why can't I learn anything about your species?
Sure is peaceful here.
Alright, now that I've done all that, actually do what I'm supposed to. Why do I actually need to manually open this one, but the others are automatic? Also, why are there random Well, that would answer my question. I kind of wish I didn't run out of stamina while moving around, like, the safe areas. It's kind of giving me, like, flashbacks to... What was it, Silent Hill Origins, where you kept running out of stamina? So it's how a tall white structure to your left. It's heart of Citadel politics. Gotcha. Anyone here speak? Anyone here, like, have any information? Okay. The elevator at the end of the hall leads to the wards. There you'll find the den, Flux, the markets, and the medical center. I can't go to any of these places, can I? Right, I need, like, permission to use the elevators. Yep. Damn it. Like, they really cut you off from exploring at the beginning, but I suppose that makes sense. The financial district, the Emporium, bank, and consort chambers. Can I go to any of them at this moment? Probably not. Wait. I was looking for, like, a sign to tell me exactly what this specific location is, but, well.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
Have we met?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed.
Okay.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
About the Citadel.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
Yeah.
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel space together in a single strong community.
Tell me about the Presidium.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters.
Okay.
Only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Okay. Personal questions.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
I mean, I really don't need to ask this. It's probably not, but is this legal?
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed.
Fair enough.
For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company?
Oh yeah, that would look bad.
Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Honestly, I don't buy it.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
Alright.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
See you later. Anything else here? This is just the wandering around episode. What in the... Where's... Forgive me, what part of you is your face? Like, which side?
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
First option. So long.
Who are you?
Yeah.
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan.
Okay.
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Your speech, are you communicating telepathically?
Why do you refer to yourself as this one, it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture.
Fair enough.
Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates.
Oh, okay.
And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Okay, fair enough. That's pretty interesting. It's kind of like how do I put it? This may be somewhat incorrect, but like in Japanese culture, they'll typically add a suffix to like names in order to like just imply what the connection is. But if they're particularly close to someone, they won't use the suffix, and they'll just say the actual name. I could be entirely wrong, but if I remember correctly, I believe that's what it is. So it's sort of like that. The closer you are with someone, or they are with someone, they'll actually like speak themselves in the first person.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy.
That's vague.
This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Again, that's very vague. Can you get me trading cards? I want Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards. Give me a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Uh-oh.
I think I'll be going.
Return soon. This one receives new shipments regularly.
I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what you actually
Show me
have.
your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
View standard items, view non-human armors, view upgrades. I have forgotten a lot of what these do, so... And I only have 12... I only have 1,200 credits. What is this? Unique item, Citra Foundation license. For the Normandy Quartermaster. It's 100 credits and it's a unique item. Let me get that. I have no idea what I just bought, but something tells me I needed to buy it eventually anyway. Okay, seriously. What is your species? Because I keep seeing you. Oh, I started to go in a loop. Yep. Oh, whoopsies. I'm amazed that I can shoot with, like, no consequence. What's up?
If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big.
Oh! Okay, so that's what a Krogan is. Why do they have a statue? It mentioned there was a rebellion, right?
Hard to believe the Krogan were once seen as the saviors of the galaxy.
They were the saviors? That's interesting. What happened? Avina.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars.
Okay.
In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the council.
Huh. So they helped in the Rachni Wars, but then something happened, and they rebelled. Tell me about the Rachni Wars.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries.
Good God!
The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
That's a little extreme. Even if they even if the Rachni were, like, aggressive, that's maybe going a little far.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Okay, fair enough. What about the rebellions?
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Huh.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Yeah. But it is kind of a cycle. Also, why were the Krogan not made members of the Council in that case? Memorial statue.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten.
Good.
The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
I am not choosing this option.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Huh. I'll look at that later. It's kind of... Okay, I understand now why they rebelled. I'm glad they didn't take the statues down in that case. There's too many cases of, like history...
I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
Yet everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If we try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
What a cheerful thought, Ashley.
Sure is peaceful here.
But yeah, I'm glad they didn't take down the statue, because, like, there's examples of, like, real-world history occasionally just not being... either not being in the history books or being just given out selectively. Just not talking about it. It's a good decision to, like, keep history intact. Because, yeah, if they really helped save you all, then, yeah, you shouldn't forget that. Oh, I see Avina over there.
Huh.
What's up?
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
Well, that's specific.
Well, art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Aren't you specific? What does Avina have to say here?
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the Keepers.
Oh, you're the keepers.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Poke.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Poke.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Poke.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
I just want to talk to one of them.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay.
Okay.
To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Well, that's a little... just going a little bit far. I just wanted to, like, speak to one of them and get to know them. About the tower.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the Council Chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council Chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
It's not open to the public?
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the Council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
It's a shame. I kind of, like, want to talk to one of them. Have they actually ever talked to anyone? Also, yeah, the Relay Monument is kind of making me uneasy. Almost like something could go off and go wrong. Anyone else got anything to say here? Anything at all? Everyone just like... Okay. Now to get on with the plot. Everyone, teleport to me.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
Probably.
Got it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
I really need directions? Like, if you come up here, you shouldn't need directions to go backwards. Up, can't go through that door. Also, what is that elevator music? Garrus!
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
You blew it! No. You don't like Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Gotcha. I like your scouter.
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Oh, no, I do. I'm one of those people. I like to be petty. Are you just like... Are you just walking around the entire thing?
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. I think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance.
Maybe.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
That's actually a fair point. Garrus, what happens if I point this at you? I'm legitimately surprised that the game does not account for that. Like, that it doesn't account for you aiming your weapons at anyone. Good lord, how big is this place? Where do I even go?
Ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
They do seem nicer.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree with him. Like, the one we met seemed nice. Don't know if they're all like that. Are you? Are you? Okay.
I like that fountain. Very soothing.
That's nice.
What are those, cherry trees?
Probably. Buddy, are you okay? Oh, I can actually walk in here. For some reason, I thought there would be an invisible wall. Rear Admiral...
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Don't turn around.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
That's nice. Anyone else got anything to say? No.
No, Commander.
Ah, Anderson, there you are. Good old Keith David.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Sorry, I was taking my time. This place is very big.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
Really?
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
Be calm. How did you get involved?
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Here.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
I'll find proof.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
I would like to call Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright to help me at this point because I know he could make it work. Somehow. No, I don't have anything to add.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
There's no good option to
has
say
found
there.
no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Dude, I will come after you. There was nothing I could have said in that situation to help. I just don't have the evidence to go against him.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
How do you know Saren?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Now what?
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
I'll talk to him.
Any idea where we could find him?
Probably still at the entrance.
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Honestly, Captain Anderson has been pretty friendly towards me for the most part. He kind of deserves better.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Any other leads?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district.
Him.
Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Yeah, that's expected. What about you and Saren?
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So he's very much the end justifies the means type of approach. Maybe on a Renegade playthrough. He sounds like a monster, though.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Good lord, a lot of information here. Council and the Ambassador.
Our Ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The Ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Too independent. Harkin.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
How the hell did he get in then?
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes.
When is it not?
But it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Gotcha.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency.
Oh, I know.
They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How are they chosen?
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation. But with him gone, things are still up in the air.
How are they organized?
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
Is this legal?
They sound like shadow operatives.
Yeah.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Like I said, they're basically their secret Black Ops group. And if one goes too far, do they really just turn a blind eye if, say, one causes a genocide or something?
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue? like Saren.
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Got it.
Tell me about Barlavon.
Even though I just met him.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes.
Like a lawyer.
He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Okay.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
It's just nice to hear Keith David speak.
This is it. The very heart of the Citadel. The pinnacle of galactic power. Kinda makes your head spin if you think about it too much.
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander?
I mean, when are we not? Right, let me... I keep wanting to, like, read through it, but I know I shouldn't. Because, like, what time is it? Yeah, it's been, like, what, over an hour? What the?
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
What?
The one over by the Keeper.
Caden, really? Do you not see? What are you doing?
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
No, hang on.
Yes, is there something you want?
What are you doing?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
I mean, they're interesting, but still...
I've got no interest in the Keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Why not?
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers.
Okay.
So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
You know what? Let me help. I'm interested in them.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
Why are you doing this?
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Fair enough. Probably shouldn't, like... We need to know something about them, obviously.
I should get going, then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Gotcha. Oh no. Am I gonna have to scan every single one I can find? Oh no. I remember seeing one up... I saw one up here. Yup, over there. Can I do it from a distance? How much of a distance? that much of a distance. God, I have to be, like, right next to them. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Like, I don't know how many of them there actually are up here. Any here? Not that I'm seeing. I mean, they may consider it illegal, but honestly, I would want to know about these guys too.
No, I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested an audience.
Like, I would want to know about them too if they've been taking care of this thing for as long as they have. Like, I'd probably trust them, but I'd still need some information. Especially if they, like, get in trouble. Like, maybe maybe one of them gets injured.
Doesn't seem like I have much choice.
If one of them gets injured, then it would be helpful to know about, like, their biology in order to be able to help them. Where? There. Plus, this is earning me money and EXP. Or XP. Teleport to me. Teleport, Mario.
I can't believe the council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
Yep.
I hate politics.
Who doesn't? Everyone hates politics except for the politicians who benefit from it. Anyway. I'm surprised, despite the fact that it's...
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Okay, I was about to say. Oh god, this is gonna take a minute. Now I wanna, like... Because I know they're everywhere here. They're even...
You're not allowed in here.
This one believes it has the right to move freely from this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the enkindlers to be spread.
Art. Is this Harkin?
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Be more open-minded.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs. I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Tell me the rules of the permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach? No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license. What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits? Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Okay. Yep, fair enough, but still, like... It's not really causing anything, it's fine. Just... let me talk to it.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Fine. God. Calm down.
Do you desire to learn of the enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's the problem? Having trouble?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers. Who are the Enkindlers? Your people know them as the Protheans.
Ah.
They are the true creators of this one's people.
Okay.
The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Okay, fair enough.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now? The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
You know what? You are free to believe whatever you want is the truth. I'm not going to argue with your religion or anything, so... Also, you're being very polite, so I'm going to help you.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation. This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
Any progress with that Hanar?
Let the Hanar talk.
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
You know what? Fine. What if I bought a permit?
If I purchased the evangelical permit myself, would that take care of things?
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
All right.
If I purchased the evangelical permit myself, would that take care of things?
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of that Hanar.
How do I...
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged? I'll keep working on it. This one will continue to spread its message.
How do I... Presidium Prophet. Resolve the dispute. You still need to either get rid of the Hanar or convince the CSEC officer to back off. How do I... Oh, there's 20 of them. That's helpful to know. How do I, where can I go to get a permit? Like, I'm trying to... Here, let me look around. Really wish I could, like, sprint indefinitely. I don't want to use the fast travel because I'm worried about missing any of the keepers. Can I?
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
Nah.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Can you... No. Avina.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. There are many points of interest here, including the Citadel embassies and CSEC headquarters.
Avina, can you tell me...
On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
I was hoping she would, like, have information about where I can go to get the permit.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Maybe... Palin, can you give me one?
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Then can you tell me what you know about Garrus?
Garrus Vicarian? Good officer, very good in fact. But he needs to learn some patience. You'd think an officer of the law would be a bit more mindful of rules and regulations. Was there anything else?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Mr. Bartender.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Damn it.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I need, like... I need information about where to get the permit. Alright, hang on. I know there was at least one more keeper around back at the beginning. Yep, there you are. Do any of you...
Ah, the Earth Clan again. What is it now?
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Surprised welcome. You have returned, human. Genuine inquiry. What may I do for you this day?
Did I ever ask you?
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
I forgot. Hang
Goodbye,
on.
Ambassador.
I already
Sincere
asked you.
farewell. Good day to you, human. Strained greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you?
Ah, right. You were complaining about this.
Going so wrong. And it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Good luck with your problem.
Thanks to you, human. Good day.
Alright. Maybe... Anderson. Can you... Okay, no more keepers here. Do you...
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
No.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Nope. Damn it. I'm trying to, like... Where would I go to get a permit? Is that even something I'm able to do at the moment? Wait. What the hell did that person just do? I understand this must be a very boring part, but... This isn't really like... Well, obviously, this
In
game...
light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects.
Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Okay. But yeah, while this game has action, it's also just like a lot of walking around, information. So what do you guys have to say?
Nice to see so many humans working for CSEC.
CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Wow, really? Not even the ones with weapons will react. Oh, requisition officer. So maybe...
One sec. Looking you up.
Okay.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Excellent. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Blah, blah, blah. A lab license. Alright. Grenade upgrade 1. Increases maximum number of grenades carried. Good lord! 35,000 or 37,000. It was so much that my... It was so much that my brain couldn't comprehend it at first. Huh. Well, now I can throw more grenades. What in the world? What be down here? Guess another elevator? Ah, okay. Ah! What be up here? Nope. Okay.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorman, he's threatened you?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me. Why do you think that? I can't really get into the details. But Shorman will kill me if I leave here unprotected. I can't help you. Not unless you give me something more to go with. I can't. I'm sorry. Then I've got other work to do. But nothing. Don't bother me unless you're willing to give me details.
Huh.
Hey there. Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did you want something?
I overheard you.
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
That's a serious claim.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
What do you need?
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
I'll talk to him.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Oh, I know. I've met him.
Shorban. That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
Yep.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I see.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
Hello, Commander.
Ah! Can't move around.
Can't help you right now.
Okay. Okie dokie. Really, no one in here? Oh, there's a keeper. There we go. How many I got left? Nine left. Codex. Examine. 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 Weapons locker. Well done. Ashley, what do you have to say?
This seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Yes, yes, you've already said that. Let's see. I know that middle one is probably an elevator. What's this one down here? To the wards.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Okay. Where in the world am I? Said the wards, right? Ah! Yep. Get that. Add that to the codex. What am I looking at here? Officer Lang.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Aku's. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
Yeah.
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other C-Sec guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Sure, buddy. I take it that you don't think too much about the darker side of politics.
Do you know a C-Sec officer named Harkin?
Yeah, you know where I can find him?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Alright.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Nice talking with you. Good lord. This place is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
You can keep the Presidium. This is where the action is.
Too many lights, too much noise.
You two are just like always on the opposite ends of opinion. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's an elevator to Presidium. Ah, there's a keeper. God, they really are spread out everywhere. What? Why is there, like, just this little alcove? What? Did the game just need to load or something? Oh, it's on the other... The den is on...
That's him.
Shit. Hi, buddy. Well, that was dumb. I tried to melee him. I also don't even remember what I'm doing.
That's him.
There we go. That went a lot quicker, a lot easier. I tried to melee him the first time. I didn't realize he had like a shotgun. I'm gonna focus on other stuff before I do that. Also, how the hell did no one hear that? Like, no one? No one heard this. Chorbin.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
The truth.
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Quit stalling. Jalid told us what you've been up to.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
Data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
Not so.
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
And Jalid?
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
Sigh. What?
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
Alright.
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
Maybe.
If I have time, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
I don't know which one to really trust at this point, but... yeah.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Sure.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Standard items. Risk control license. Give me that. All right. God, I'm still looking for the damn permit.
You can keep the Presidium. This is where the action is.
Conrad Werner?
Is that really? Wow, it's you.
Okay.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I just tried to help.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Sure, no problem.
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
I have a feeling I just signed something very bad, but we'll see what happens.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharaohs? Novaria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Tell me about them.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Alright. I don't even know what these do. So I don't want to risk anything. Like, just keep buying them.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this mod.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you gonna give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help you.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
I am not going to get involved in that. I've heard that conversation one too many times. We're back here.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Yes?
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Why me?
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
Fair enough.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
Fine. I'm all for exposing corruption.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
That's to Flux. Yep, the nightclub. Have I gone in here? Yes. The place is so big it's hard to tell anything.
Big place.
Yep.
That your professional opinion, sir?
Scope is amazing.
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
I don't think
the council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
What's not to like? I can think of many things, Shepard. Let's move out.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
Aye, aye, Commander. A lot of traffic here. How fast do you think those cars are going?
Too many lights, too much noise.
I just realized. How many points do I have? 9. You know what? Let me just do those. Like right now, so I don't have to worry about it later. I have completely lost track of where I am. I should also really get to bed soon. Oh god, how many views are there? Oh. Good thing I went this way. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Dr. Chloe Mitchell? Michael? Fire containment system. I keep seeing something. Huh. I thought... Oh, aid station. Replenish metagel.
Not really my kind of place, but there sure are some spectacular views here.
That's nice, Caden. I'm not trying to talk to you.
Hello there, Commander. I'm Dr. Chloe Michel. Is there something I can do for you?
Personal question.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Fair enough.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Oh, just armor upgrades. Hang on. Before I go anywhere. Since there was a view over there. Oh, nope, there isn't. I thought there would be another view. Alright. Yes, I know. Let me search out the rest of the keepers while I'm at it.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
This is a nice little interesting world building. God, where am I? Four left.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Now keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
What are you two talking about? Okay, so no one has anything to say.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe bank's hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life.
Well, that's nice. Oh god, I'm all the way back up here. At least it tells me if I've already, like, scanned one of them. I'm genuinely curious, though, as to, like... Where have I missed any? Like, I know there's gotta be, like, one over here. At least I thought there was. I didn't even notice there was a staircase up there.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Do you have any way of giving me, like... Nope. Damn it. I didn't even, like, think to look up here. Hell, I didn't notice it. Ah! You were here. 3 left. Nothing else, really. Where? Well, there's another one. 2 left. Ah. One left. Where am I? Well, there's no sign, so...
Welcome. I am Naylina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Personal question.
What do you do here, Nolina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
So, like acupuncture, but without the needles. Or just massages.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Wow. Okay then.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
Is she mystical?
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Okay.
Naylina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Oh.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
What does she want to see me for?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
That's nice.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Apparently.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Sure is peaceful here.
This place is a little too perfect. We're hiding something.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Nice. I'm gonna come back to this. I will be back as soon as I find that last... Where are they? Where's that last keeper? They shouldn't be this difficult to find. They should be like... They're probably out in the open. Let me see if I can... They're probably down there. I don't see them. Didn't I come this way?
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan.
Just gonna stare at you,
After finishing her
Caden.
service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Well, this has been a nice and fruitful endeavor. What is this? Where does this one go? I did
In
not...
entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members.
I'm sorry, what?
The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones.
Pheromones?
Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Oh. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Because you're not gonna be... Where in the world am I? There they are! There's the last keeper! I got you! Well, that was very triumphant sounding. Data collection complete! Alright! Where in the world am I?
You can see half the Citadel from up here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is quite the view, Commander. So peaceful up here. Very romantic. You're into that sort of thing.
Where am I?
Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance. Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance.
Well, that's disappointing. And I can't get past here, can I? Nope. Well, at least I have all of them now.
Reports are circulating that Alliance Ambassador Udina has accused a Spectre of orchestrating the attack on Eden Prime.
Oh, there we go.
Udina reportedly based his accusation upon eyewitness accounts of the scene, but lacked the evidence to demand further investigation. When asked to comment, a council spokesperson would only state that the investigation of the attacks upon Eden Prime was currently ongoing.
Alright.
How you holding up, Lieutenant?
Not too bad. No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Well. You know what? This is actually... Hang on. Before we do that, I want to do this for at least one time. Let me see the warping feature, how it works. Because I've just been running around on my feet the entire time. The financial district. Oh. Well, that was convenient. God, yeah, I should have been using that. Barla! Buddy, pal.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I need your help.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Can we make a deal?
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Saren's turned on a lot of people lately.
Yep.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Personal Shadow Broker.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
But you're his agent.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic
Wait.
finance
No,
is
I already asked you
incredibly
this.
complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar
I wish I could
economies.
skip this.
I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yep. Alright. You know what? This has been a very long and fruitful session, even though the majority of it has just been listening. Also, the fact that I have a feeling things will, like, start to pick up a bit. But from here on, I think that's enough. I've been going at this for, what, 2 hours? Maybe more? So yeah, I think I'll call it here. If there's any advice anyone wants to give me while I'm playing this, feel free to, just hopefully without much in the way of any spoilers. Although I would, like, appreciate some information as to, like, or at least a direction on where to go for that permit or anything. So yeah, I know this has probably been boring because I haven't had much to comment over all the speaking, but if you enjoyed it, then thank you all for watching, and have a good night.